Hello everyone, I thought I'd touch base. I haven't made a video for a few days. Training's going well. Sitting at 101, 102 kilos. Training, you know, boxing on the morning, strength and conditioning on the night. It's hard, it's draining. You know, I'm running on 3 or 4 hours sleep today. Tired, you know, and the sleep that I got last night was pretty broken. So I am pretty tired today, pretty tired. You know, it's a couple of things I want to talk about which I've missed. First and foremost, the Garcia and Haney fight. Now, I never seen this coming. I really didn't. I didn't see it coming. But I think Garcia has played Haney down to a T. You know, he's got in his head. I believe he meant to come in overweight. He's been looking like a crazy bastard on purpose. You know, he's even been going that. I follow Garcia because of the God stuff. You know, I like the way he always gives praise to God. You know, I like the way he always talks about Jesus. You know, I like that stuff. I do. I like that stuff. I love it when celebrities are talking about the Lord and Saviour. I absolutely do. You know, I absolutely love it. But then over the last few weeks of him, I think he's been a bit cringy and a bit weird around girls on Instagram, and I've not been liking what I've been seeing, so I've unfollowed him. But it was good to see him giving praise to God again over the weekend, and it was good to see him get the win, because I hate it. I despise Haney, you know, just for his comment of he'll never get beat by a white boy. You know, I hate it, because can you imagine a white man saying that? Can you imagine a white man saying they'll never get beat by a black boy? You know, I'll never get beat by a black man. Fucking stupid. I hate boxers when they talk like that. You know, I can't stand it. You know, so I was buzzing for Garcia to beat Haney. I really was. But I do believe it was all part of a plan to get in Haney's head, make himself look crazy, and you know, he looked like he didn't want it. You know, even on the way to the ring, inside the ring before the fight started, he looked nervous, he looked unsteady, he looked unstable. It just didn't look right. But yeah, well done Garcia. Another thing I want to talk about, Danny Christie on the show. Danny Christie on Big PV's undercard. What about that one? You know, listen, I spoke to Danny about it, and I says, look, even if you would have come in and have changed the main event, you know, to say like you being main event and this, that, the other, I wouldn't have complained about that, as long as my money was the same. But what have I got to complain about? At the end of the day, Danny's far more established and a bare knuckle boxer than what I am. You know, yeah, I wouldn't have been bothered. Whatsoever. And what a pleasure it is to be fighting on the same show as my friend and brother, Danny Christie. Buzzing. You know, I'm over the moon. You know, I'm going to be sharing a changing room with him. You know, I'm going to be able to bounce off him. Yeah, I think it'll do me in the world of good being in the same changing room with Danny Christie, who's already marked his path as being, from what he's already accomplished. I believe he's already a legend now on the BKFC UK scene. On the UK scene, Danny Christie is already a legend in my eyes, my opinion. Regardless of what he accomplishes now, you know, yeah, I think his record speaks for itself on the UK scene. I think he's an amazing bare knuckle boxer, amazing fighter, an amazing friend and brother. I love him to bits. I think he's doing amazing. Well done, Danny. Big shout out to Danny. What else did I want to speak about? That's it really. You know, other than I'm looking forward to my fight, training's going well. You know, I'm getting nervous, I'm getting giddy. You know, I'm getting fearful. It's just pushing me more in the gym every day. You know, I'm training my ass off. You know, I had my first sparring session in weeks on Friday. Sparred with some good lads, some young amateur boxers coming through. Yeah, I did Shark Tank, where 6 lads come in, and you know, I switched opponents. I done 10 rounds, and each opponent swapped and changed each round, and I was fucked. I was tired. Oh God, was I? It was hard work, you know, having to change up styles for each opponent. You know, I had an opponent who was coming, pushing forward. I had an opponent who was moving around, dancing around. I had an opponent who was holding on, you know, working on the inside. It was constant, but I enjoyed it. You know, it was different from the pad work that I've been doing, because I can do 15 to 20 rounds on the pads with 30-second rest in between, and I fly through them. You know, sharp, fast, hard pads, fly through them. And then I did 10 rounds of sparring with changing it up, having to move, work on the defence, because I'm trying to get hit less. I'm trying to work on getting hit less, getting a bit more lighter on my feet, you know, stepping off that centre line constantly. It's all coming together. It is coming together nicely, you know, and I think it's going to show. It's going to show when I fight this Bulgarian. You know, my skills are going to be there for everyone to see, and you're all going to get a shock. You're all going to get a shock. You know, how good of a boxer I look, how well I move, you know, slipping and ripping, changing angles, changing, you know, working my way in, working my way out. Looking forward to it. God bless, guys.